Okay, hi, Mark Means, farmer. Try my best to get the crops to grow the best they can. We're J S Means Terrington Ltd. We're a small family farm and we contract farm and we rent a bit of land. We're potato growers, sugar beet growers, vining pea growers, but we love wheat. So the Vibe, this field here, this was a vining pea field last year and we've had 240 kilos of N. Very carefully how we've done it to make it sure that it stood, but we time drilled this with a new time drill on the 28th of September at about 100 kilos a hectare, and we let it nicely tiller, and it tillered quite well on there and it was clean. Do you know one thing I still am amazed at? We had a nightmare in the spring with brown rust and yellow rust. Brown rust on certain varieties and yellow rust was showing up on certain varieties. We didn't see anything in the Vibe, but it gave me the confidence to know that actually its disease profile was quite good. We've seen it here, we've protected it well, so we've done a T1, a T1.5, a T2, and then we've done a very good T3 because it's a seed crop. We want to control the fusarium if there is any. We're right next to the wash, so there are sea mists come in, and it was quite wet in April and May, and the beginning of June was not great, but we protected it, we fed it with a lot of trace elements. We kept monitoring on what the deficiency are on that, and it's grown well, it's stood well. And one thing I've learned this year is a saying that's been translated into English from German, is that to get high yield, their description is to get eggs or yield, you need nests. And nest means just little pockets fallen over. I've got a sneaking suspicion we don't need nests here to get eggs, because its standing has shown up to being very good. You know, a first wheat after vining peas with over 200 and something kilos of N, and it was drilled in September. There's not a single bit that's gone over. So you never know, this might be you know, as strong as Skyfall for standing with a better yield and a good protein content on it. And we've seen that the disease has been good. With the Vibe, you know, one of the main things that we actually look for, and which Zayat's got as well, is an eye spot resistance PCH1 in there that gives us a bit more confidence on how we can have it in a second wheat or continuous wheat. And its mildew's good, and the Septoria in the high sixes just gives us a confidence that it will fit in with our program. And as you can see here, this is just something I would say highlights its resistance to brown and yellow rust, is that it's still just finessing. We're still probably 5 or 6 days away from combining, but there's no brown rust on here whatsoever. There's no yellow rust whatsoever. And that's given us the potential to carry on, because we sprayed this on probably the 5th or 6th of June. You know, we're now 8 weeks away from that spray, and the plant's resistance itself has kept us intercepting sunlight. I'm quite excited about how this will come through. I've watched this for a couple of years as a coded variety in the recommended list, and we host a recommended list with an untreated on the farm, and it's shown up to be quite resilient to the weather we've had at the temperatures in 22 and then quite a lot of disease in 23. And this year it's still hanging in there, and I find that it's going to be a plus to growers who've got Zayat or Crusoe, that there's another option coming forward. So I'm really looking forward. There's a vibe about it.